Dear child, today the angels have a powerful message for you. One that goes beyond time and silence to reveal a truth that can no longer be ignored. There is a deep and profound love in your life, a connection that transcends understanding. This love is so strong that even when faced with obstacles, it continues to exist in unseen ways. But the angels want you to know that something has interfered with this connection. Someone driven by jealousy, fear, or selfish motives has intervened and created a separation between you and the one you love. Now, the time has come to understand what really happened and how this interference took place. Picture the person you care about, someone who occupies a special place in your heart. Sitting in quiet reflection, the angels reveal that this person did not choose to distance themselves from you willingly. Instead, they were misled into believing something that caused them to hesitate. Words were spoken. Lies were planted into their heart, seeds of doubt that began to grow. And now a wall of uncertainty exists between you. Take a moment now to reflect and trust in the divine truth. Write in the comments. The angels now invite you to take a step back and reflect on your past with both compassion and clarity. Look at the relationship and ask yourself what truly matters to you. The angels remind us that love, when it is true, always finds a way, but only if both people are willing to face difficult truths and acknowledge the wounds left behind. The next steps require courage. You may decide to open the door to communication, creating a safe space for this person to share their truth, explaining what happened and how they got lost along the way. Or if you feel the chapter is over, you may choose to honor the love you once shared, releasing it to the universe and moving forward with your life. Whatever choice you make, the angels will be there guiding you with wisdom and strength. The truth is coming to light, and with it comes the opportunity for healing and reconciliation. You deserve a love that is pure, honest, and unshakable. Allow yourself to receive this truth, even if it brings pain at first, because this pain can become a catalyst for transformation, just as gold is purifying by fire. So too is true love, refined through trials. Pain is not an enemy, but a tool that can bring about growth and clarity. Behind this emotional drama is a greater force at work. This force is the soul connection between you and the person you love. It transcends words, actions, and even silence. Despite, I trust in the divine truth and accept what is for my greater good. The person you love, no matter how hard they try to move on, cannot ignore the absence of your connection. They feel it deeply, far beyond what can be seen in the physical world. This person is now in a maze, stuck between their true feelings for you and the false perceptions that have been created by others. However, their heart is still aligned with yours. Even though their mind is confused, true love has a way of finding its way back, much like a river that will always flow toward the sea. But who is this person who interfered with your love? The angels show that this person acted out of selfish reasons, perhaps from fear of losing something, or out of a misguided desire to protect someone. Their intentions, though rooted in their own pain, do not justify the harm they caused. Their actions have led to pain, separation, and confusion. Now, it is time to heal. And healing begins with forgiveness. Forgiveness is necessary to move forward. But remember, forgiving doesn't mean forgetting. It means letting go of the past so that you can move forward with freedom. Whether you choose to reconnect or move on in a new direction, the distance or separation, this bond continues to vibrate in the universe like a melody that cannot be erased. This melody is the sound of genuine love, and although it may feel muffled right now, it still holds the power to touch both your hearts and break down the walls that have been built between you. The angels encourage you to open your heart to this divine truth and accept your inner strength. The person you love is dealing with feelings of guilt, regret, and confusion. Deep down, they know that something or someone interfered in the connection between you. They are replaying the events in their mind, trying to pinpoint where things began to go wrong. Though it is a painful process, this introspection is helping them reconnect with the truth of their feelings for you. They now realize that the distance between you has not brought the peace they hoped for. Instead, it has left an emotional void that continues to grow. This person is now at a spiritual crossroads where they must choose whether to continue running from their true feelings or to face the consequences of their actions. You too play an essential role in this journey. The angels remind you that it is not your responsibility alone to bring about reconciliation, but to create space for healing, regardless of what the future holds. The angels ask you to reflect: am I ready to accept this person back into my life with all their imperfections and regrets? Or is it time to close this chapter and seek my own peace? This situation holds a deep lesson. Sometimes love is not about union, but about the growth it brings. Even difficult relationships teach us valuable lessons about who we are, what we will accept, and the boundaries we need to set to protect our hearts. The angels also speak of the importance of forgiveness. Forgiveness is never easy, but it is essential for freeing yourself from the emotional prison created by this situation. Forgiving doesn't mean justifying the actions of others, but choosing not to let that pain continue to control your life. It is an act of self-love, a gift you give yourself in order to move forward. Meanwhile, the person you love is being guided by their own angels. They are being helped to face the shadows of their choices, to see the truth that they have long ignored. The truth is that even after all the separation, their love for you has not disappeared. It is still there, quietly waiting for the chance to heal what was broken. The angels reveal that when this person finally gathers the courage to speak their truth, it will be a moment of great vulnerability. There may be tears, broken words, and silences that speak louder than anything else. This will be a sacred moment when you can choose how to move forward. Someone, possibly out of fear or a desire to control the situation, interfered in your love story. This person may have felt threatened by the deep connection between you and your loved one, and believed they were protecting someone or something. Their actions were not rooted in malice, but in their own pain and insecurity. The angels want you to understand why this interference happened, so that you can find peace and clarity. Imagine this person, who may have been close to both of you, acting out of their own fears and insecurities. They did not act out of pure ill will, but out of a desire to protect something they valued. However, the angels make it clear their actions, no matter how justifiable they seemed at the time, have caused harm. This interference spread like poison, slowly distorting the truth, creating doubts, and weakening the bond between you. But do not focus on seeking justice or revenge. The universe is already taking care of that. What matters now is how you choose to move forward. You are being urged not to let bitterness or the desire for revenge take root in your heart. You are greater than that. Your love is strong enough to transcend any attempt to tear it apart. The angels are clear that even if this person who interfered could explain their actions, they would likely say they believed they were protecting someone. But the angels remind you that their actions were not divinely guided. True love cannot be erased by words, fears, or external actions. In fact, true love grows stronger in silence, in absence and in longing, even when separated. The bond between you remains unbroken, waiting for the right time to come back together. The angels want you to take some time to reflect on your journey and ask yourself, what have I learned from all this? Perhaps you've discovered your strength, realized how powerful your self-love is, or found that setting healthy boundaries is more important than ever. Maybe you've learned to appreciate genuine connections even more deeply. No matter what the lesson is, the angels remind you that it is a precious gift, a jewel that no one can ever take from you. As for the person you love, the angels show that they are beginning to see beyond the lies and misunderstandings of the past. Their love for you hasn't disappeared. It has simply been waiting for the right moment to bloom again. That moment is now. The angels are gently guiding them, reminding them of what truly matters in life, and encouraging them to reconnect with their heart. Imagine for a moment two paths that seemed so far apart now slowly coming back together. This isn't by chance, but by the power of a love that never fully died, even in the face of difficult circumstances. This is the moment where hope and action meet, creating a new possibility. The person you love is going through an awakening process. They are facing the truths they once avoided with each passing day. They feel the emptiness you left in their life, not just the absence of shared moments, but the absence of your unique presence. The angels show that they are reliving your memories together. Find the strength to reconnect. There is a longing they can no longer ignore, and an increasing desire to correct the mistakes of the past. This is a turning point for them, and they are looking for ways to make things right. Picture a reunion, though it may not be grand or dramatic. It could begin with a simple gesture, a look that says more than words, or a brief message that holds deep meaning. The angels ask you to be attentive to these small signs, as they will mark the first steps toward a new chapter in your journey. Write in the comments, "I trust in divine love to guide my steps." This affirmation is an invitation for the universe to align with what is meant for you. However, the path to reconnection will not be without challenges. It will require courage to face the wounds that still linger, as well as patience to rebuild what has been shaken. The angels show me that the person you love is struggling with a fear of rejection. They are afraid that you may no longer be willing to open your heart, or that the emotional distance between you is too deep to heal. But dear soul, the angels want you to know that you are stronger than you think. The pain you've experienced has shaped you in ways you may still be discovering. It has made you more resilient, wiser, and more aware of your value. Now is the time to decide how to use this strength. Whether to open your heart to this person once again, or to move forward and let the past be what it is. There is something truly magical about the way the universe works. Although circumstances try to separate you, spiritual forces are continuously working to create a space where love and truth can grow again. The angels encourage you to stay open to the possibility of reconciliation, but also to remain firm in your values. Reconnection can only happen when there is respect, honesty, and mutual effort. It's important to remember that this will require both of you to be vulnerable and willing to rebuild what was lost. The person you love may hesitate, struggle to express their feelings, or be unsure of how to make things right. Yet in these moments, the truth will be revealed. The angels show that the most important words will not always be spoken directly, but through actions, gestures, and a willingness to redeem themselves. It's essential that you are ready to listen. Not just with your ears, but with your heart. True. Listening means not judging, interrupting, or rejecting. It's about welcoming the other person's feelings, understanding their perspective, and when necessary, forgiving. The angels tell me that forgiveness is not just a gift to the person who hurt you, but also an act of liberation for yourself. All the pain you've endured, all the distance you've experienced, has the potential to be transformed into strength. It's like a flower that blooms amidst harsh conditions, drawing strength from the toughest terrain. This is the moment to look inward and realize that true love is not just about connecting with another person, but also about developing a loving, real relationship with yourself. The pain that came from this separation is real, and the angels understand that there is no shame in admitting that you've been hurt, that you've suffered, or that you feel betrayed by the circumstances. However, the angels also want you to know that this pain is not permanent. It's a doorway to healing, an opportunity for transformation. Write in the comments, "I choose to transform my pain into strength and my love into healing." This affirmation is a declaration of your commitment to growth. The person you love is also going through their own healing process. The angels show that they are grappling with their regrets, hurts, and feelings of guilt. While this process is painful, it's necessary for them to rise again and reconnect with what truly matters deep within their heart. There is a sincere desire to make things right. They don't just want to be with you again. They want to be better for you and for themselves. The angels ask you to reflect on the power of forgiveness. Forgiveness is not about forgetting or excusing what happened. Forgiveness is an act of liberation, a way to open the door to peace for both you and the other person. It's like releasing yourself from an emotional prison and allowing both parties to heal. Forgiveness starts within you. It's a gift. You give yourself a choice. Choice not to let the wounds of the past define your future. Healing through love also requires patience. It's not an immediate process, and it may not always be easy. The angels encourage you to be gentle with yourself and honor your own time and space. If you need to cry, cry. If you need silence, allow yourself. That healing is not a straight line, but every step you take is an act of courage. Along this journey, you are also learning to set healthy boundaries. You're realizing that love is not about losing yourself for the sake of the other person, but about walking alongside them while keeping your integrity intact. This lesson will not only strengthen your real relationship with the person you love, but also with everyone in your life. True love, the angels say, is something that must be cultivated with care. There is no room for pride, manipulation, or guilt in love. Only space for truth, vulnerability, and a mutual commitment to growth. Trust the process. The angels are with you, supporting you. Every step of the way, every tear you shed, every doubt you face, every challenge you encounter as a higher purpose. You are becoming the purest and most powerful version of yourself. Love, whether for yourself or someone else, is the force that is driving your transformation. This is the moment when the weight of the past meets the promise of the future. You and the person you love now have the opportunity to rebuild something new and stronger. But for that to happen, there must be a mutual commitment to truth, vulnerability, and growth. The person you love is at a turning point. The angels show that they are deeply reflecting on everything that happened between you and considering the possibilities of a fresh start. There is an energy of determination in their heart, a willingness to correct past mistakes and rebuild the broken bonds. However, this rebuilding must be done on solid ground, free of the lies and influences that led to the separation in the first place. The first step toward a fresh start will be open and honest communication. There will be a conversation, a sacred moment where both of you can express your truths without fear or judgment. This conversation will be a turning point. God bless you. Type Amen if you believe.